Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we are going to be showing you how to make peperonata. Cue the music. Alright, well thanks a lot for watching. If this is your first time joining us though, do me a favor, head down to the corner, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload new content. Alright, well you clicked on this video to have me show you how to make peperonata, so let's go down here and see what our ingredients are for this. We're going to start out with a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We've got 3 red peppers, 3 yellow peppers, 3 orange peppers, 1 large onion, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 tablespoon of sugar. I've got a handful of some grape tomatoes that were in the fridge that I want to use up. We're going to use salt and pepper to taste this along the way. I've got a 1/4 cup of fresh basil leaves that we're going to use. And then we're going to use the juice of 1 lemon. Alright, before we can start cooking this, we have to prepare our ingredients. So let's get going on the prep. Alright, we'll start with our peppers. I'm going to go ahead and just take this and cut it in half, and what I want to do is I want to just cut these into long julienne strips. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this with all the peppers, and we'll put them right here in this bowl. Alright, we've got our vibrant, beautiful, colorful peppers right in here, all julienne. We're going to do the same thing with the onion. We are just going to julienne this onion. And throw it right into the bowl here. Let's take our garlic. We're just going to slice this thin. Alright, we've got our peppers, our garlic, and our onion. We're just going to take these over to our big old pot over there with the rest of our ingredients and our mise en place, and we're going to start cooking this up. Alright, as you can see, we are ready to cook. We've got our pot, we've got all of our ingredients with our mise en place here: peppers, onions, garlic, tomatoes, lemons, all of our herbs, oil, and our salt and pepper all in one spot. So we're going to start cooking. Go ahead and turn our heat on to medium-high heat. Add our oil. Should probably get a shot of the pot if we're going to do this, right? We're going to let our oil get a little hot. And go ahead and add our onions into this. Let these saute down. Alright, those are starting to sweat down. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper in here. Try to remember to do this each step. Alright, let's throw our peppers in there. And I want to sweat these down almost like we're making a ragu. Basically, we're just making a stew here. Sauteed onions and peppers. I've seen different recipes, different ways of doing this, but what I am going for is almost like a stew. And so we're just going to lightly cook these to make that happen. Okay, we've got it. They're losing their stiffness, and they're kind of getting cooked to the point of being limp now. I'm going to add my, let's get the rest of that oil out of here too. Let's go ahead and add our garlic into this. And our tomatoes. Now right here, the recipe usually calls for Roma tomatoes, and they're de-seeded. I'm going to go ahead and just use these grape tomatoes that I had because I just wanted to get rid of them. And just remember that I didn't de-seed any of these. Traditional peperonata recipes call for you to de-seed the peppers and to de-seed the tomatoes as well. it's not going to make a whole lot of difference in what we're doing because I'm going for the effect of the color and the flavor. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some salt and pepper again. And I said earlier that we were doing a stewing kind of thing. I guess I used the wrong word for that because a stew traditionally is a cooking method where you braise the meat and then it's immersed in liquid. We're not going to immerse this in liquid. I did just add the lemon juice to this. What I meant to say was that it's going to look like the ingredients were stewed, but we're actually not stewing what we're doing here. So I'm going to turn down this just a bit. We're going to add our oregano and our basil leaves. I've washed the basil leaves, but not too roughly because I didn't want to take the essential oils off of this. And you just want to put the leaves in. You don't want to have a stem in there. So the gentle little leaves, because those are going to cook down and become part of the dish and add also color to it as well as flavor. I've preserved a little bit of lemon juice for the end too, and I'm going to add that sugar at the last minute. But we want to just cook all of this down. I want these tomatoes to cook to the point where the skins are rough and the juice comes out of the tomatoes, as well as the meat inside. So we are just going to let this go until those tomatoes do that. All right, as you can see, the tomatoes have busted out of their skin. They are becoming one with the dish. So I'm just going to let this continue to cook down until those tomatoes are cooked down enough. You know, you can use stewed tomatoes too, canned stewed tomatoes. I don't want to upset anybody that's a traditional Peperonata aficionado, but I believe that they will work in this. They might add a weirder flavor to it because this is all fresh ingredients, but in a pinch I think they will work. So I'm going to let this continue to cook down. I'm going to add my sugar at the last minute to give it that sweetness to cut out the acidity of the tomato and the lemon. So, but I am adding the last of our lemon in here just to give it some more liquid. We're almost ready. There is the Peperonata. The tomatoes have dissolved into this with the skins have broken and the meat of the tomatoes broken into the dish, and they've contributed what they're supposed to the dish. I'm going to go ahead and add the sugar. I don't want to add all of this right now. I don't think we need that much sugar. We will test what it tastes like here. Turn the heat down. Yeah, that's perfect. A little bit of sweetness. You can add all of your sugar, but I think that's just perfect. About half of that. So do it a little bit at a time. Now with Peperonata, like this right here, it is a very traditional Italian recipe, and it can be used in so many different ways. I know you can put it as a side dish. You can use it with polenta, add it to pasta, over risotto, with risotto, as a vegetable standalone, and also with what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to put it on some Italian bread, like a caprese, or not a caprese, but a bruschetta. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take pictures of that for social media. So enjoy the culinary still life that I'm going to do, and also the music that I'm going to add to this timeline here. We'll be back in a minute to taste it. Enjoy the music and enjoy the pictures. Okay, there it is. One last shot. Cheese is melted just a little bit. I added on top there a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette reduction and some Italian Parmesan cheese mix on the bread that I talked about. But this, like I said, is good with pasta. It is good with fish. It is good with chicken, as a side dish, as a main vegetable, or as an appetizer course like we have here. I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste, so let's break this up here. It's still somewhat warm. It just melts in your mouth. Those peppers are so soft, those onions, the sugar that's come out of them. That's why I say that sugar at the end, you don't need to add a whole lot, because when we caramelize the onions, I think a lot of that sugar came out. Oh, just, it's like butter, it melts in your mouth. That oregano and that lemon juice, you can taste the two. It's got some good flavor to it. A little bit of sweetness coming out now, but it's just a fantastic, fantastic dish. Easy to make. Make sure you cut the vegetables all uniform. If you do the tomatoes, cut them into strips as well. That way the food all looks the same when it's mixed together, and it makes it even prettier. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you like the video. Leave a comment down below, let me know how I did. And then do me a favor and share this video with everybody that you know. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.